Jarace Walker came out of high school as the 12th ranked prospect overall and the 5th ranked small forward nationally per Rivals.com. He committed to Houston in November of 2021. Walker joined a Houston team fresh off an Elite 8 appearance in the 2022 NCAA tournament and immediately stepped into a starting role. Walker has started every game this season, but has had some inconsistent production. He's certainly flashed his potential, knocking down shots all the way out to three-point range and scoring 20-plus points 3 times through 17 games. But he's also turned in 5 games where he scored less than 5 points. Despite having a bit of a roller coaster season in terms of his production, Walker has displayed enough talent that he is currently being mocked in the late lottery with a chance at cracking the top 10 in this upcoming draft. The first strength for Walker is that physically he is quite impressive even by NBA standards. Walker stands 6'8", which isn't especially impressive by NBA standards, but he possesses a massive 7'2" wingspan and is strong, coming in at 240 pounds. One thing that many prospects struggle with transitioning from college to the NBA is dealing with the difference in physicality. While Division I athletes aren't small people by any stretch, NBA players are just that much bigger and stronger. Walker has an NBA-ready body, and it shows up in games at Houston. He can get to his spots with ease on offense and uses his strength and long arms to vacuum up rebounds on both ends of the court. Walker shouldn't have any problem adjusting to the NBA in terms of his physical tools. Another strength for Walker is his ability to handle the basketball. I wouldn't call Walker a point forward by any stretch, but his ability to put it on the floor at his size is a nice skill to have. Walker can make life difficult on defenses because he has the ability to step out and knock down a jumper, but if you get too close, he can put it on the floor and drive past you. Walker is great at using his handle to create space and get to his favorite spots on the floor. I don't think he's the type of guy that you throw the ball to and ask to create offense right now, but when he has the ball in his hands, he's capable of creating opportunities for himself if his first option is shut down. One final strength for Walker is his shooting touch. This might be the strength that sets Walker apart from other big forwards in this draft. Walker has great touch on his shots, whether it be little hook or push shots in close, fadeaway jumpers in the mid-range, or all the way out to the three-point arc. Walker is capable of making shots at all levels of the floor on offense. I would say the only knock on his jump shot is that he is a bit slow loading it up. But at the same time, he doesn't seem to have any issue dealing with pressure while he shoots, and he's big enough that he can shoot over a lot of perimeter players. Defenses will certainly have to respect Walker's ability to shoot, and that should open up opportunities for him to attack closeouts for easier shots around the basket. One weakness for Walker is scoring efficiency. Walker has the physical tools to be a guy that goes inside and scores around the basket, or at least draw contact and pick up points at the free throw line. But instead of doing this, he seems more comfortable working out in the mid-range area on offense. This can lead to some quiet scoring games for Walker. While he has displayed an ability to shoulder a big scoring load on any given night, there's also been plenty of times so far this season where he has contributed very little in the scoring department. He has games this season where his field goals went 3 for 14, 0 for 5, 1 for 7, and 2 for 7. The silver lining is that Walker doesn't seem to force the issue when he's having tough shooting nights. That is to say, you're not seeing any 5 for 25 types of performances. But for a player of Walker's talent, you'd like to see him be able to score more efficiently on a regular basis. Another weakness for Walker is getting to the free throw line. As I mentioned earlier, Walker is a physical freak in a good way. He's 6'8", 240 pounds with a 7'2" wingspan, and he moves very fluidly around the court. All of that, coupled with his ability to handle the ball, should make him a prime candidate to shoot at least a handful of free throws every game. Instead, through 17 games, Walker is getting to the line just 1.8 times per game. Despite Walker's physical tools, he routinely seems to shy away from contact around the basket and prefers to settle for short jumpers rather than getting all the way to the hoop. If I'm Houston coach Kevin Sampson, I'm pushing Walker to start attacking the basket more the rest of the season. I think that would help both Houston as a team and help Walker's draft stock. This first clip shows Walker's ability to handle the basketball. The play starts with the ball getting kicked out to Walker on the wing. Walker squares up his defender and puts it on the floor. He jabs right, crosses over, uses his body to clear some space, and half spins into a baby hook shot. Walker isn't a guy that you're going to rely on to initiate the offense regularly, but he can put it on the floor and create some offense when needed. This next clip displays Walker's shooting touch. Walker starts the play receiving the pass on the wing. He takes a couple of dribbles into the mid-range and half spins into a heavily contested fadeaway jump shot. He hits nothing but the bottom of the net. Walker probably won't be asked to make this type of play regularly in the NBA, but being able to make tough shots under duress like this is a valuable skill to have. This final clip lets us see how Walker can struggle to get to the free throw line. The play starts with Walker handling out near the top of the arc. Walker gets downhill to his left and appears to have a step on his defender. With the tools he has, you'd fully expect him to either finish the layup or draw a foul, or both. Instead, he switches the ball back to his right hand and puts up a tough floater. Walker too often shies away from contact around the basket. As he matures as a player, I hope he recognizes the physical tools he has and starts attacking the basket more aggressively. Jarace Walker is a physically gifted and talented player. While he has had an up and down season in the scoring department, he has displayed enough on the offensive end of the floor to make him a likely lottery pick in the upcoming draft. I think Walker is one of the more intriguing draft prospects I've evaluated so far because it seems like there's some untapped potential there. With his size and strength plus his touch, I think he could be a really dominant offensive player inside at the college level and possibly beyond. Some of it may be how he's used, but it seems mostly like Walker shies away from contact too frequently. If a coach at Houston, or at the next level, can convince him to start going hard to the basket, I could see his scoring take a significant step up. As he plays currently, I think he looks more like a role player, but if he unlocks that inside scoring potential, I could see him being a consistent contributor at the NBA level. My NBA comp for Jarace Walker is PJ Washington. Walker is a bit bulkier than Washington, but both stand 6'8" with long arms and have nice touch on their shots. Washington has carved out a starting role in the NBA over his 3+ seasons and has been a steady contributor in the scoring department. I could see Walker following a similar path.